Hey guys, this is Echo Ninja, the ninja that's kicking it with ya. And on today's show, we're going to talk about episode 2, Rose of the Titan season 2. Before we get into that, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so please watch the show before you watch this, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop that like. Now, getting on the topic at hand, we got a lot of things to talk about, especially when it talks about we got the training between Gar and Robin, Jason, of course, which is pretty cool. I actually enjoyed it. I like the little banter between them two, even though Jason's big pussy, but he's kind of a crybaby, but it's okay. Uh, Dick Grayson kind of made it a point and showed his badassery out of nowhere, and that was really cool. A lot more pros to this episode was, of course, the introduction of Rose, title, of course. I love how they introduce her, with the car chase and then the foot chase onto the fighting and stuff like that. It actually resembled the original cars. It actually resembled two scenes, car scene, a chase scene in Batman Begins, and also the scene in Batman Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Rises, when he returns on the bike and everything, and it kind of resembled that a bit. And she was like everywhere with her fighting style, and she was just taking out people left and right, front and center, and all that stuff. And these guys are watching on TV like, what the hell is going on? I'm kind of wondering too. But of course, she's the daughter of Slade Wilson, so of course she's gonna have some kick-ass moves. More pros of this episode. I pro and kind of a con. I wish we had more of Donna Troy and Starfire a bit, but they were kind of basically playing like a cop stakeout for Shimmer, who they were trying to track down. And a lot of Easter eggs were actually poked within that scene alone. Of course, the Roy Harper one, which is, as we know, is Arsenal, who I kind of hope we get like some reference of him and sometime in this series, maybe this season, but I wouldn't put my hopes up. Another one, which is, of course, a lot of the scenes introduce different things of Dr. Light, who was introduced also in this episode. He was actually broken out of jail by an unknown assailant. I'm guessing Deathstroke, because what other person is gonna leave a Metal Gear Solid ninja slaughter scene like that? Come on now. Yeah, I made that reference. Kojima all the way, baby. But also showing the tattoos glowing up, and so when he absorbs the energy, which was I actually found pretty awesome. A lot about this episode to me seemed like a season premiere episode. Not so much of the actual season premiere, but I'll let it slide. The one thing that slowed me down was the Hank and Dove thing. The Hank and Dawn thing. I do understand why they put it in there, and of course it was just to show how they were trying to move on from the superhero business. But it seems like, of course, she couldn't move on from the superhero business, and Hank was all like, "Hey, maybe we should go see Dick and the rest of them and stuff like that." But she's all like, "Oh, maybe you're not ready and stuff." I'm like, "Wait, I just caught you. I just caught you trying to sneak out and be a superhero, and you're telling me that we can't go see our friends and stuff like that." Of course, I mean, yes, he has an addiction problem, and the big city is very tempting. It can do that to people. But, I mean, she almost playing the hypocritical role, but I kind of see them two faltering in the long run. but they were helping out a kid who eventually died, unfortunately. He died being infected by the light, from Dr. Light, by being a suicide bomber, basically. Basically, and all of these points of Dr. Light being escaped, basically escaping from prison, it kind of brings the old crew back, except for one person, who is, of course, Starfire, who gets abducted by one of her own people. So we're gonna have some things on that one, and huh. I mean, I do feel that this episode is setting the tone even more. It's giving us the Titans that we actually deserve to see, and I definitely cannot wait to see Dick Grayson in his Nightwing costume. Oh man, I've seen some leaked videos and leaked photos, but they were so low res and out of focus that you don't know whether it was the Robin costume, like he was doing maybe past scenes or not. But I, from a source from a while ago, said that we might see it in the next episode. Who knows? If not, we got other episodes to go. But I'll give this episode maybe like an 8 out of 10. It had a lot of good points, a lot of nice references, a lot of nice Easter eggs. It did have a major slow pace in the middle, which kind of took me off guard for a second. But of course, most shows do that. It's a lot of exposition that they have to do. But I mean, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. I got tons of predictions on what could possibly happen this season. Maybe I'll do a video on the predictions later on this week. But yeah, it seems like we're doing really good with this episode. I pray that this season delivers what it's supposed to deliver. But not going to harp on anymore. Don't want it to be too long of a video. Just want to speak my mind about this episode. And apologize, of course, that the episode was late. I'll try to be more on time with it. But please, if you enjoyed this video, I would love you to add that like. I really appreciate the likes. The likes are very useful for us. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'd love it here. And you got any concerns, comments, feedback, or if you just want to say hi, just throw it on the comments below. We do have a lot of things coming up. I should be posting one of our newest podcasts very soon. Until then, we'll be having little micro videos like these. But until then, stay cool, stay true, because we are the bros that are coming for you. That was lame. Peace, guys.